Okay. How does this sound? I mean, we're running straight without the mic. What's that? All right.
Nice.
So we're going to use, what's it?
What a guru you are.
Yeah, you know what? We don't even need this. Oh, great. Well, there we go. Rock and roll, baby. We're back. And listen, come up with a name for our show on the weekends. It's going to be, what would you call it? It's going to be fucking epic. What are the kids? No, it'll be lit. Is that what the kids?
Lit. Yeah,
it'll be lit. Yeah.
Be off the chain.
Off the chain. Yeah. Well, here, this is what we do. We'll get back to what we were doing. We got some kick-ass stories here. I got nothing bad. We don't got any naked Florida men running up and down the freeway or
Scott.
Florida.
Ooh.
I know. He finds these stories that are just crazy shit. I don't know what goes on down in Florida, but you got to come with us. I'm going to bring.
I'm not a Florida guy.
You're
I had to go there.
We're going to kidnap him.
Nope.
We need your help.
I'm not
He's
a Florida guy. Can't do it.
All right. Well, we'll just get to the stories. We'll work on. We'll work on him. But we got some. I mean, I don't even know where to start. But let's start with something really happy. You know, all these sports guys, they make all this crazy money. I'm so glad when they give it back. And this guy, he's been done for years, but Bo Jackson donated $170 grand to cover the Uvalde massacre funeral expenses. Like he just said, whatever it all comes to, I'm taking care of it. In a conversation, well, you know, they always said Bo Jackson can do it all. Well, he sure as hell knows. Bo knows. In a conversation with the Associated Press, the 59-year-old Jackson, God, he's 59 already, revealed that he and an associate agreed to fully cover the funeral expenses for the 19 children and 2 teachers lost in the Texas shooting massacre at Robb Elementary. He says, I don't know if it's because I'm getting old. It's just not right for parents to bury their kid. It's just not. I mean, that is heartbreaking. But according to the report, Jackson met with the Texas governor, Greg Abbott, 3 days after the shooting to deliver a $175,000 check intended to cover the full cost of the 21 victims' funerals. I think that's a fucking kick-ass thing that he did there.
That's great.
I always liked Bo Jackson.
Great story. My first SEC game at University of Tennessee, Auburn came in ranked number 1. Bo Jackson was the tailback.
Right. I remember seeing that on the front of
27-14.
SI, yeah. He says it's the children, it's the children, it's the children. If it doesn't bother you, then something is seriously wrong with you. Jackson had frequented Uvalde when he would drive through to reach out to a friend's ranch. Uvalde is a town that sticks in your mind. Just the name, he said. I don't know a soul there. It just touched me. Renowned for a rare physical skill set that made him a force at Auburn, the NFL and MLB in the 80s and 90s, Jackson continues to add his legend by using his flat platform to help out communities in need. I know every family there probably works their butts off just to do what they do. The last thing they need was to shell out thousands of dollars for something that should have never happened. Yep. Jackson called for the moment of tragedy to unite Americans in a time of heated political discourse. He says, America, let's please stop all this nonsense. Please pray for the victims. If you hear something, say something. I already see that slogan all over shirts, you know.
Yeah.
If you hear something, say something. We aren't supposed to bury our children. I'm praying for all the families around the country who've lost loved ones to senseless shootings. This cannot continue. Totally fucking agree.
What a great story.
He's
good man.
He's a good man. Speaking of good men, Drew Brees is a team owner. He wanted to do this so bad. I know it's hard not to laugh.
I didn't know there was a professional pickleball league.
I know. He buys a pickleball team. crazy, but he found himself a job. The retired quarterback and former football broadcaster just bought a pickleball team. You heard that right. Pickleball. Have you ever played it? It's
I've not
fun.
played it. It looks fun.
It does.
I'm a tennis player, and I think it might be a good game
absolutely.
for an old fart.
Yeah. The Mad Drops, and now joins an ownership group that includes LA Lakers co-owner Jim Buss. He's even buying into the pickleball.
I wonder if Jerry would have.
Oh, you know he would. He goes, I am so stoked to be the newest team owner for Mad Drops Pickleball Club in Major League Pickleball. That's major fucking leagues, dude. Our 12-team co-ed league represents an incredibly competitive and exciting brand of pickleball. The Mad Drops play in the Major League Pickleball League. Gary, go for it.
Vaynerchuk.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Gary V.
Yeah, Gary V, man, also owns a team in the league. Pickleball, if you're not familiar, is essentially a mix between tennis, badminton, and ping pong. Players use a paddle to hit the plastic ball over a net onto a court. Can't get any easier than that. In May, the Super Bowl winning quarterback had some fun with his fans, speculating what his future held, and he actually mentioned pickleball. Despite speculation from media about the future this fall, I'm currently undecided, he wrote on Twitter. I may work for NBC. I may play football again. I may focus on business or pickleball. I may train for the pickleball tour, senior golf tour, coach my kids, or all of the above. I'll let you know, he continued. Breeze's Mad Drops will begin their quest to win a championship in Newport Beach, California on August 5th through 7th. Drew is pumped. This is fun. This is what sports is all about.
Mad
drops
to the Mad Drops.
Yep, Mad Drops. Well, God, I mean, you know what? There's so many good ones here. You know, we're gonna travel to Alabama. Guess where I'll tell you what. I think we all know, most people know they're the GOAT. They're the greatest of all time. I mean, college football, you just think of Alabama. Well, they are going across the globe to recruit. Saban his reach has extended 4,800 miles across the Atlantic Ocean to Pori, Finland, a seaside town on the coast of the Gulf of Bothnia. You've been there.
That is one there. Big guy that
6'7", 310, native of Pori. Where do they find these guys? I guarantee he's a fisherman. Like one of those big dudes that probably...
He's the boat,
yeah. He committed to Alabama Friday live on CBS Sports. He is the number 12 ranked offensive tackle. God, no one's getting around him. In this country by Rivals.com, and the number one prospect in Connecticut, where Alnian moved a year ago to play football at Lomas Chaff High in Windsor. He is the number 134 overall prospect in the country. Alnian's father, Klaus, typical name, is from Pori, Finland, and is an NFL Europe veteran, and also did time in the NFL camps. His son chose Alabama, where he visited in early June over Georgia and Clemson. After visiting both in March, he also visited Ohio State in March and June and considered Miami and Oregon. And I'll tell you, Miami, we were talking yesterday on the show, that they're getting rid of that chain. Remember that stupid defensive chain link thing they would get if they made a big thing? Yeah. Well, they finally got rid of it. So Miami.
I'm glad he didn't go to Ohio State.
I know. Yeah, I could see him with that big chain around his head. The dude's a massive size guy. You know, Alabama also, they win the SEC Media Day vote in a landslide. Alabama's 14 commitments for its 23 class. The Tide is ranked 13th by Rivals and 5th in the SEC behind Tennessee, Arkansas, Georgia, and LSU.
How about them Vols?
Woo!
Get back on it.
I'm telling you, Vanderbilt's going to be the surprise team.
The Commodores.
Allen is Alabama's third offensive line commitment and the third 4-star prospect of that trio. The other two are from much closer to home. Number 6 tackle Wilkin Formby, 6'8", 306 of Tuscaloosa's Northridge High, which is 5 miles from Saban's office, and number 11 guard
Ryquiz.
McElder.
Your parents almost named you Ryquiz, didn't it? It was between and Chris.
Yeah, and Mary. That's a true story too. They thought I was a girl. 6'4", 325 of Ant. Dude, how would you not want to play? Like, if you're a quarterback, you're going, this is looking good, man.
Yeah.
He'll sit back there all day long.
I would not want to line up against those guys on the defensive line.
No.
Man.
9 of Alabama's 14 commitments are from out of state, 2 from Mississippi, Georgia, and 1 from Louisiana, Kansas, Oklahoma, Illinois, Connecticut, and Finland. Pretty crazy, man. Wow. Alabama's, they ain't playing.
No.
They are not playing. Oh, Floyd. Floyd is causing trouble here. PETA, who's they're always, I'm all about animals, protecting the animals and stuff, but these guys, PETA just kind of sticks their nose in things that are like, just,
yeah.
I get it, I understand it, but you got to check out what Floyd did. A familiar foe is coming for Floyd Mayweather, but it's not Logan Paul or Conor McGregor. PETA is going, what's going on here? Is going scorched earth on the boxing legend over the $18,000 mink car seat he got for his grandson, calling it a monstrosity.
Wow.
TMZ just broke this story. He recently had a one-of-a-kind car seat installed in his 2022 Rolls-Royce, which was made with real fur and customized for baby Kentrell Jr., the son of Yaya Mayweather, an NBA young boy. The folks at I can't make this
see
up.
A picture of NBA young boy.
I know. Where do they get these
boy
names?
I don't know, little Chris.
little
Chris.
Little Chris, little Jay. The folks at People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals were pissed to find out about the purchase. Ripping into Floyd's decision-making and bringing up the time he was arrested for domestic violence in 2010 in the process. Did Floyd Mayweather, who had a history of assault or battery of defenseless victims, really seek to update it by supporting an industry that throttles animals to death in addition to poisoning and electrocuting them? PETA said in a statement. This man is hardly a role model for compassion and understanding, but to try to make cruelty look attractive to a child could earn him a medal for corrupting the natural kindness of a minor. The two sides have been enemies for years. In 2012, the organization went after Floyd for making comments comparing his training to dogfighting. That pissed PETA off, to which he replied, shit, I don't give a fuck because I wear mink coats. I'm going to wear chinchilla and I'm going to rock mink coats. Well, that really pissed PETA off. I think PETA just needs to just say.
I wonder where Floyd lives if he's in a southern.
He's got to be.
He's got to be
totally. He's got to.
And I can see why he would need a mink coat in down south.
Oh yeah, I mean it does. It gets really cold.
Yeah, it gets cold there.
But despite their history, PETA is offering to fix its issue with Floyd. They're offering. I'm sure Floyd's going.
I don't think Floyd's gonna bite on that.
No, Floyd. Oh Lord have mercy. Well, we got. Speaking of animals, you can go on YouTube and check this video out. It's titled "Shark Bites Off Fisherman's Finger," and he's quoted by saying, "I lost my goddamn pinky." Terrifying scene out on the open waters near Florida.
Better than his penis, Chris.
Yes,
I'm just saying.
I know. You got to have that.
I'd rather lose the pinky than.
Yes, you can't lose that penis, man. But a shark bit off a fisherman's finger. The attack went down in the in the Content Keys. It's got to be down somewhere by Key West, just a few miles south of Miami, when Brett Reeder was attempting to corral a 6-foot lemon shark that he had just hooked. As Reeder went down to grab the beast and get his tool out of the fish's gills, it suddenly turned and chomped down on his hand. You can see in the video, which again, it is very graphic because I did watch it, blood spills everywhere, causing Reeder to yell out, "Fuck, I lost my goddamn pinky. Fuck." It took his whole pinky finger off.
Hope he wasn't wearing a pinky ring.
Oh,
God. His wife would be pissed.
Yes.
Oof.
But Brett, according to a follow-up video posted by his wife, Mandy, because as we said in yesterday's show, everybody's got to get, oh, God, there's something tragic happening. We got to video it.
Mandy.
Don't help them. Just video it, you know?
You're a Barry Manilow fan, right?
You know,
I
like Barry Manilow.
I like Manilow. I'm not afraid to admit that I like Barry Manilow.
And Mandy was a hit.
Great tune.
That was a great tune.
Yep.
Well, Mandy, not the Barry Manilow Mandy, had to drive the boat all the way back to shore following the bite while bleeding profusely. Brett eventually made it back to land and was immediately airlifted to the hospital. He underwent surgery upon arrival. It's unclear if docs were able to save Brett's pinky in the operation. The fisherman said in Thursday's follow-up video, they'll find out the official results of the surgery later this week. Fortunately, the guy appeared in pretty good spirits, somehow smiling when recapping the incident on camera.
Chris, the only question I have is, did he land the 6-foot lemon shark? Did he land the shark or not?
No.
Or did he let it go?
He let it go and took his pinky.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't keep it.
Shark
but
won.
That would have been one hell of a story where you have it mounted. He says, let me tell you the story about this lemon shark. And then his pinky have it like in his jaw.
That would be cool.
That would be
cool.
That would be perfect for a man
Kids
cave.
would dig that.
Oh, yeah. Perfect for a man cave. And
no, this one's crazy.
Speaking of animals, we're going to leave Florida and head up to Pennsylvania. Cops shoot a 15-foot snake choking a man to death. Cops in Pennsylvania had to shoot a snake to save a man's life. Police in Fogelsville, I mean, you know what happens in Fogelsville. Fogelsville, Pennsylvania.
That's why it's got a 15-foot snake.
Right. This dude has a 15-foot snake in Fogelsville, Pennsylvania. If you ever want to go get pythons or boas, go see this clown up in Fogelsville. But anyway, they had to unholster their weapons and spray some lead after a 15-foot snake started choking its owner to death. How bad was the situation? Well, the snake's midsection was wrapped around the victim's neck when police arrived. The authorities did what they had to be done and blasted the creature to save the man's life. Just in case you were ever thinking about buying a 15-foot snake, this news report should probably make sure you don't. It was 15 feet long, not 14, 13. It was 15. The victim in this situation had a snake at his house, and the beast attempted to kill him. So it must have got out of its enclosure. It's like, dude, get a dog. Just get a dog. The worst a dog does is use the bathroom inside.
Take a big dump in your house.
It'll take a big crap.
Yeah, I don't even think a dog or a cat are good enough for this guy. I think maybe he should just go back to goldfish.
Yeah.
And that's it. No more snakes for this guy.
Yeah.
God.
Now, they thought that maybe this guy just bought this snake or something, but as they noticed around the house, there were several snake enclosures. Truly, this guy was testing fate. When it comes to nature, it's best to not push the limits. Again, just get a dog. Dogs won't do anything. Get a cat. Where's the kitties? Sorry, I didn't mention you guys.
The kitties are scared about the snake.
And you'll always have a pet happy to see.
Now, my question is, how was this the guy that was saved? Is he pissed off at the police department? Is he going to file a suit for killing his
There's going to be a
snake?
lawsuit for
I
murder.
could see that happening.
I know. I mean,
oh man,
it's
wow.
Yeah, it's just off the chains, man. It's just off the chains. Crazy, crazy stuff. Anyway, those are your crazy news stories. Let me see something here. I'll go back here. Oh, there we go. Get it over like that. Now we can fit in
15-foot snake. Yeah.
15-foot snake.
Wow.
I don't know what you're gonna do with
All right.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. But I can tell you this. Let's do some picks here, man.
All right.
Okay, so my pal here, he and I are working on a system that we're going to do for our games, and probably fire up with the football coming up in a couple of weeks. We're going to really dig deep. We're going to have tons of information for you. We're going to get some great winning picks. We're going to finish the baseball season on a high note, and Jace's going to help us. And I mean, he's aiming us forward, man. Everything's going awesome and great, and we're just going to continue this friendship and send it to BBS, whatever you want to call it. Happy Land. Money. We're going to win a lot of money.
Let's win a lot of money so you can retire.
Yeah, absolutely. Tonight, 6:40 p.m., the Cardinals and the Reds. The Cardinals have taken care of business against the Reds this season in a tune of 6-2, outscoring Cincy by a combined 41-23. When St. Louis beats Cincy, usually they pour it on. The Cardinals entered the All-Star break with 2 straight wins over the Reds last week before the third game was postponed due to weather. St. Louis won both rather comfortably after going 5-9 in July prior to facing the Reds. In early June, the Cardinals were swept by the Rays and then followed it up by winning 2 of 3 against the Reds. Cincinnati presents somewhat of a slump buster for St. Louis, as the Cardinals have taken advantage of the favorable matchups this season. The Cards exit the All-Star break a half game out of first place. You know, the Cardinals are always in that mix, man.
They're only 6 games over 500.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Always there.
And they're making a miraculous run to the postseason like they did last season and then the season before. They're always sneaking in there, yeah. Now, they have had their fair share of injuries, but it is a very weak division. They have the veteran talent and leadership in the locker room needed to rally the guys to find another gear that they haven't hit yet. Expect added urgency in the Cardinals' play in the second half, beginning with a statement win tonight over a very bad Reds team. The money line's a bit steep at minus 145. You take the run line, minus 1.5. You're getting plus money. It's a good thing. I think Cincy could, or I think St. Louis could get that run line there, get some plus money. But definitely like the run line, 1.5, minus 1.5. Now, over or under, and how we're going to do this, if there's something you disagree with me, my friend, you just tell me, and we'll get these onlookers something to think about tonight. But most of the time, JC and I agree with a lot. Now, listen, the over was hot for both teams rolling into the All-Star break. The total has gone over in 5 of the Reds' last 6 games and 4 of their last 5 against the Cardinals. Now, the over is also hit in 4 of the Cardinals' last 5 games. Now, after St. Louis bats went quiet earlier in July, they scored 41 runs in 7 games, entering the break for an average of almost 6 runs per game. That's fucking crazy. That's a lot of runs. Those outbursts also came against the Phillies, Dodgers, and Reds. A few of the Cardinals' stalwarts are healthy again and rested. The Cardinals will do their part in taking the game over. The Reds haven't been bad themselves. Offensively, they have scored about 4.5 runs per game over their last 10. The over is hit for these teams due to strong performances. Expect the same to happen in this matchup. And I'm saying over 10 runs only because of the trends that they are on.
Yeah, it seems like both teams, the bats are starting to warm up now. So
yeah, and I'm going to do this. MLB. Okay, so I can pop over. We're trying some new stuff today that's really cool. I can have this up. We got our streaks there. So if we jump to St. Louis, there's our last. There's our regular season, and we let's see. Here we are. Okay, so these are the most up to date right here. 11-3, 7-3. So there's some scoring, some freaking runs. 10 runs. What do you think?
Oh,
we'd take it over.
I think they'll hit it. Yep.
I think BBS agrees to take it over. We're doing this live, folks. And I think this is going to be a very cool way to do this. It gives he and I chance to go back and forth a little bit, and again, we may not agree, but what we give to you, when we both agree, as you've seen in our free picks and our best buys, they're coming through. They're coming through, and we are winning every day. We're on a huge streak right now. So now we got the Yankees going to Baltimore. Now, my friend, have you been following the Orioles?
No, but I've always liked the Orioles.
Okay, well, you're gonna like the Orioles even more. Wow. Yeah, their last 10, 8-2. Now they just lost. And we've been saying the Yankees, Rays, Jays, Red Sox. Seems like every year they're in the mix, the playoff mix.
Tough. I mean,
but look at Baltimore's in last place.
Playing 500
but
balls.
Look at how close they are to being in front of Toronto.
Yep.
And even Tampa, 5 games out of second place. I'm telling you, don't count them out. Yankees.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
So the Yankees last 10, 3-7. Baltimore last 10, they're 8-2. Scotty Max loves his run differential. It's a solid stat. But here, it still doesn't sway me, and I don't know how you feel about it tonight. I mean, you can look at plus 196 for the Yankees, -7 for the Orioles. These two teams right now in the last 10 games are going in two different directions. Mm-hmm. Now, I still think we're going to look at a Yankee-Dodger World Series. I think it's very possible we could see that. Scotty and I talked the other day of who we like in each division, and I kind of am stuck on the Yankees and Dodgers, but there's other teams that I know can come up and bite in the ass.
That's why they play the games.
That's why they play the game. But Seattle, look at that.
Yeah.
10-0.
Wow.
Last 10 games. Incredible. And they jumped up to second place. They're plus 36. I don't know, man. Well, but this is what we got going. After dropping both games in the doubleheader yesterday in Houston, because New York took 2. Houston took 2 from New York yesterday. Baltimore, they got to go face the red hot Orioles. In years past, this would have been a pretty easy series for the Yankees. They go into Baltimore, more than likely take 2 out of 3. This is a whole different game here. The Orioles have been arguably one of the league's best teams over the past month or so, and have transformed themselves into a legitimate threat in the AL wildcard race. The good news for Baltimore is that they also give the nod to their most reliable starter in the game, Tyler Wells. 7-5, 3.38 ERA. He has thrown 2 games against the Yankees this season already and posted the same stat line in both games, throwing 5 innings and only allowing 2 runs each. The only flaw of Wells is an ability to pitch deep into games. And I did look at Wells, and he does. He gets 5 or 6 innings here and there, sometimes 4. He just doesn't go deep into games, so that could be a problem. But the Orioles bullpen has been huge strength, ranking 4th in ERA, 6th in FIP, so they have plenty of trustworthy arms to come in behind them. Now, the Yankees send out a reliable starter, Jameson Taillon. He gets the nod with 10. He's got a 10-2 record. That's really good. 3.86 ERA, seemingly winning every game he's out there. The Yankees bullpen is even better than Baltimore's, ranking 2nd in ERA and number 1 in FIP. So this is setting up to be a pitcher's duel tonight.
Right.
Despite the dominance of the Yankees throughout the first half of the season, the Orioles have been playing the better ball lately, and quietly have had the better starting pitcher on the mound. Now, with the extra rest and home field advantage, the home underdogs have what it takes to pull the upset. If you were to take Baltimore's money line, just win the game, that's plus 135. Now, if you want a little insurance, plus you want to run in a half, you're going to pay 115. Yankees money line minus 150 is just too steep. I'm going to go out on a limb. I think Baltimore takes tonight. They played 2 yesterday.
Let's hope so. Yeah.
So
Really.
You agree with that one?
Yeah.
Thinking?
And it's always nice to bet and cheer against the Yankees.
Right. Oh,
You got a BOGO right
yeah,
there.
you do.
I
Right.
hate the Yankees. I'm sorry.
No, we do. I'm more of a Mets fan. If I were to pick the two, I mean, you got Scherzer over there, DeGrom.
Yeah.
They're more likable, but the Yankees just seem there's just arrogance that flows off them.
Yeah.
So let's look at Baltimore tonight, guys. The under, I think, is the best option in this game, and it's a whopping 9 runs. We just got done saying we got 2 great pitchers going. Bullpens are stellar. I think we're looking at one of these games where we thought, like when the Yankees played Houston, I think a 3-2, 4-3 type of game. 9 runs, too much, guys. If you take under 9 runs, you're paying 112. So that's the way I would go on that. Like I said before, Jay and I may not agree with them, but we will let you know. But I think we both can agree.
And if you got good pitching, let's hope the game doesn't take 4 or 5 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. We got a best bet there. We're going to jump to speaking of New York, we got San Diego coming into New York. Money line is really steep at $1.80. Don't like that, but it's not often that our predictions are this steep of a price. But this is a rare case where it's going to probably be your best play. The run line, this is going to probably be a 1-run game, so you really don't want to mess with it. But look who we got on the mound, Mr. Scherzer.
Man,
that dude, when he played for Detroit, dude, I really liked him. Did you ever look at him in his face and notice he has 2 different eyes?
yes,
He's got like eyes. 2. It's really bizarre to look at.
They're very Bowie-esque.
That's right. He had
2.
He had 2 eyes,
and they weren't different colors just because his one pupil was
that.
swollen because he got hit by a buddy as a teenager. They were fighting over a girl.
Oh,
and
that's a surprise.
Actually, we're good friends throughout the rest of Bowie's life. So
wow,
yeah,
David Bowie,
yeah,
one of the best, man, one of the best. Well, I think this is about backing our Mr. Max Scherzer and the Mets. They got an incredible lineup supporting him. Now, however, the New York being the home team, they are not guaranteed all 9 at-bats. That's why paying the juice on the money lines for home favorites is often more profitable than the run line. This should also be more of a close game. Hugh Darvish. I don't know what it is, if I have some sort of fetish with this guy, but a year ago and a year before that, I used to take him in prop plays. Every time you was pitching, boom, money on you. This dude is so Jekyll and Hyde, man. You don't know what you're getting. Now, if he's at home, usually it's going to turn out okay. But on the road, just take a coin and flip it. Him against Scherzer ain't happening, man. That's why we're looking at a minus 180. Oh, man. Anyway, so, however, he hasn't been performing even as well as pitcher on his own team, Joe Musgrove. Now, Musgrove is number one of the top National League Cy Young candidates. Scherzer is only behind as he missed a few starts this season. There should be no concern with that, as he has missed a beat in his last 3 starts since returning. I should know that because we lost bets on that. He struck out 11 batters in his first start back, followed by another 9, and finally another 11 in his most recent start. I'm telling you,
wow,
that is a player prop you're going to take tonight, folks. The Mets have won some important games off the back of the starts, such as their win against division rival Braves just 11 days ago. Darvish is one of the league's best starters, but he can be had. He's given up at least 3 runs in 2 of his 3 starts this month, including the most recent one that was mediocre against a mediocre Diamondbacks lineup. That's not good news for the Padres, as the Mets lineup, the hell did all that go? Mets lineup is full of power. Why? Pete Alonso. He didn't win the home run derby this year. We had him predicted to win. Didn't happen. But he had a chance to win his third straight home run derby a few days ago. And Francisco Lindor has been an RBI machine. They've led the way in the Mets, becoming the 5th highest scoring team this season, which should help support Scherzer getting to a 7-1 record by the end of Friday night. Tonight. So, are you with me?
Oh, Maximus,
baby.
Maximus Scherzer.
Now, this is a toughie. It should come to no surprise that the total is one of just 2 of tonight's slate listed at 7 runs. 2 great pitchers on the mound always provides low totals, but there's a reason for this game to have more runs than odd makers predict, Hugh Darvish. That's primarily due to the Mets being able to light up the scoreboard on any pitcher. Darvish has already had 3 of his last 4 starts with at least 8 runs. Again, I should know that because this guy gets me every single time. He's been allowing several of the runs that have been coming in. Keep in mind, though, the New York faces the great pitching staffs of the Braves and Marlins on a regular basis and still have the 5th most runs scored this season. It also helps that Lindor and Starling Marte have a great history against Darvish with a whopping .899 and a 1.043 OPS against him. Scherzer should keep the Padres in check. He has given up a few solo shots to big hitters this season. Whoop-de-doo. His stuff is incredible, but if a power hitter gets a hold of it, see ya. And I think that could be the case with Manny Machado tonight to help this game go over the total after the Mets have it under control. Buddy, 7 runs. If we just look at the Mets last 10.
6-4.
I mean, you look 8. There's 7, 3, 8, 10, 5, 5. They're putting runs up. The Padres will get some runs off him. 7 just seems too low, buddy. I don't know. I would have to say over. 7 is just, I always use baseball runs as 7.5, kind of my middle of the ballpark area there. 7, Hugh has just done me wrong. You watch tonight, he'll throw like a 2-hitter or something. But I'm going to say over 7 runs. I definitely think that is a very good possibility. Now we're going to head over to Boston. This is just a great matchup. The Blue Jays in Boston tonight. Always a great, great matchup. We know that Toronto fired their manager last week, and they also went 5-1 the final week before the All-Star break, putting them just ahead of Boston in the AL wildcard standings. Now, this makes this series pretty significant. A manager, Charlie Montayo, was fired because too many players are not playing to expectations. I think at the major league level, though, dude, if you need a coach to get you motivated to play when you've got $1 million checks, you got a serious problem.
I think so. To get paid.
Would you? If you're getting a check for, I don't know, each week for like $500,000, whatever. Would you be motivated?
Yes, I would.
I don't think I'll see that in my lifetime, but
I remember you called it though when they fired him and they had the interim manager and they've gone 5-1. You called it.
Yeah, it's every time they bring in somebody new, it
could be the honeymoon phase, and now we'll see if it's really good.
Yeah, is this gonna hold
not.
out? But the only one who made an impact in the All-Star game was starter Alek Manoah, and I've been on Alek's bandwagon since he came into the league. This dude is a stud, and if you ever have a chance to see him pitch, you've got to see him pitch. This guy is pure gas. He's been probably games in a row leading to the All-Star break. That's a big deal. Can they pull it together? Can they get their shit together? I don't know. But, on its own, that would be bad. But those games were also against the Rays and Yankees. New York did a number on them, winning a combined score of 27-3. Woo. The weekend before the break. Making matters worse, Chris Sale, we were talking about the other day, got hurt again. Did you see his finger, dude? He held it up. It went this way, that way, and then another way. And he's just looking at it. I'll be back shortly. Whatever. And that's his pitching.
He hasn't really panned out, has he?
Chris Sale, no, but God, he seems like he's got it, man. But this injury bug, man. I don't know, man. Injury bug is getting him. But anyway, Jays starter Kevin Gausman definitely deserves better than a 6-7 record. 2 of those 6 wins have come against Boston, a team that has dominated over 3 starts this season. Over 21 innings now, 3 starts against the Sox. He has given up just 1 flippin' earned run. Boston begins their second half with Nathan Eovaldi. We've picked him many times with our player props. His numbers look okay on the surface, but he rarely pitches more than 5 innings and gives up way too many homers. And that is against a very dangerous Jays team. This line is ridiculously too much of a pick 'em. The markets are pegging this one is basically a pick 'em. And I just don't see it. Boston is terrible heading into the break. Toronto is starting to look a little better, granted, against the Royals. But if they have been forced to dig deep into the rotation, I might have been worried. But a very fresh Gausman against a team that he has owned this season. Great fucking value, bro. Look at this. Right now it stands at -113. Toronto all the way for me, man. Yeah. I mean, this would have easily been a best bet tonight. You got Toronto's. I mean, he really is their best pitcher, but Alek Manoah is right there, So you can't go any other way, guys. Stick with Toronto to take the win. It's a great money line price. Okay, now. If you're considering the over and under, the Jays and Red Sox have played 10 times already. 6 unders, 4 overs. Now, when Gausman has pitched the games have gone 1-2 over and under with Eovaldi on the mound. They have gone 1-1 with no overlap. Both of these teams have offenses with a lot of potential, but I am going to lean to the under. I don't know how you feel on it, but as I think Gossman, backed by a rested bullpen, will be able to keep the Sox in check. Fenway Park is generally considered to be a hitter's park, but the Red Sox are an even 20-20-3 over and unders this home this season. So look for a crisp game between the rivals tonight. I can see under. I can see a 5-3, 4-3, 4-2.
Yep.
You got. I don't see Toronto scoring many runs, or I mean Boston scoring many runs. Toronto will get a few here and there. It's just 9's too heavy, guys. Take the under. Best bets. We got a lot of best bets here. We're not going to give them away for free, but I like this game. And I think you should too. We've got two hot teams. One much hotter, as in the Mariners. We got Astros heading. Remember Seattle had that dome? The hell was it? The Seattle Dome or the Kingdom? Kingdom.
Yep. Turf.
It looked just like the fucking excuse me. I don't know where I'm getting this potty mouth, man. I've been swearing a lot lately.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. My mom watches though.
Sorry, Mom.
My mom's kind of like
sorry, Mom.
She's like Mrs. Cleaver.
June Kennedy. Hi, June.
Love you, Mom. Thanks for watching. Anyway, we're headed to Seattle. Seattle is just absolutely on fire. They are lit. The Astros are coming into town. Now, Astros are a very good team. They're in first place. But here's the catch, buddy. Last night they played a damn doubleheader
against the Yanks.
And I mean, when you're playing against the Yanks, you're going all out. And guess where? They had to fly across country. Now, people don't think that's a big deal, but I can tell you this. What do you think, Miss Kitty? Oh, Miss Kitty loves you, dude.
I think so.
You've got a new friend. She picks football games. She's really good at it, too, dude.
I can't wait for her picks.
And you know what? We're going to do videos of Miss Kitty and Princess picking picks. You guys will get a really big kick out of this. They're going to these are going to probably be the most famous kitty cats in sports betting. Because when you see how they do it, it's going to impress you. Anyway, so
is there catnip involved?
You know what? No, they have 24-hour catnip.
All right.
Yeah, and it's called Death Star catnip.
All right.
So anyway, the Astros had to fly all the way to Seattle. Okay. It's against the hottest team in really in the world right now. One may want to use that cliche that Houston, we have a problem. They are certainly not easing into things. The Astros didn't finish the first half of the season very strong either, and we know that because we had a lot of Houston picks that did not come through. They lost their series to probably the worst team in baseball, the Athletics. I mean, that killed us, man. Those Houston Athletic picks were rough. Now they have to try to keep the Mariners from winning their 15th game in a row on the road. Houston will be exhausted after 2 games on their first day back and then heading to Seattle. It's just, I mean, you just think about it. It's common sense to me. There's no stats that are going to blow my mind, but there's just already too many space buns. Plus, there really is value on the Mariners at home. We're looking at this just makes no sense. Seattle money line just to win plus 108. Am I missing something here? I mean, if I am, folks, let me know. I hate this guy's name. Jose
Urquidy.
Urquidy. He's getting the start for Houston. He's been okay. Seattle has been his kryptonite, though. Has 4 losses this season, 3 of them coming from Seattle. Worse yet, the fact they've primarily been due to his poor performances. He's allowed 6 runs in 4 innings in a 7-2 loss, 6 more runs off 12 hits in a 6-0 loss, capped off by allowing 5 runs in a 6-3 loss last month. Since then, he's had wins against lineups that are struggling, like the A's, Angels, the usuals. He's even lost his most recent start to the A's. I mean, if you lose to the A's, man, it's not.
Well,
good.
He's given up 6, 6, and 5 to the Mariners. I do like his consistency.
You do like it, and
love it.
Still, Seattle are underdogs. The Mariners have been doing everything, or they have been doing anything but struggling, and should continue that tonight. Do I got a JC pick with Seattle?
Oh, Seattle.
All the way.
Keep the streak alive.
Keep the streak alive. Keep the streak alive. That's a Queen.
Yeah.
Keep the streak alive. We got to get that theme song going.
Freddie Kennedy.
Freddie. Oh, he's got a big mouth. Can't do that. You know his jaw? Did you ever hear that story about his jaw?
No.
They were going to fix it. The band wanted him to fix it. And he's like, he goes, I can reach 4 octaves because of it. And his doctor told him, you screw with your jaw, your voice may go. He's just
Good choice.
Yeah, I'll just look weird. But he was so
He could pull it
fucking
off, though.
awesome.
He was cool.
You could look at Freddie Mercury. He could look like Alfred E. Newman.
I love the black and white, the Harlequin suit he used to wear.
Oh, the striped one?
Yes, and then with the I wish I could pull off that look. I can't.
I would say no, fuck, I could not.
Or even when he wear the wife beater with the white jeans, he had the big tash.
And you know what? He would tuck it in, which I hate tucking things in. He would tuck it in, and on a normal everyday like me, they would rip me to shreds. This dude he could go out in a bozo outfit, and people are like,
man, he's really cool.
He really was. In Bohemian Rhapsody, I have watched that movie probably about 20 times, and that's not even exaggerating.
And when he did his little crossover playing the piano, it was just...
Oh, my God. This guy is so...
what a showman.
He's so talented. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody, it's basically...
But everybody in the band
they are
wrote songs. They all
yes. And obviously they didn't have a problem if the music didn't work out. They were all fucking brilliant.
Yep.
They were going to be dentists, doctors, the whole thing.
Brian May was, I think he's got an astrophysics or a degree in astrophysics.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Excellent.
I believe it. Yeah, he designed his own guitar.
Yes, he did. I mean, when you see that guitar, it's like, that's a Brian May. Anyway, so we got 8.5 runs, guys. They're saying that 8.5 is a bit on the low side. But given the Astros' great pitching staff, it's just not true in my case. I just don't think it is. I don't know, 8.5. I don't know. The Mariners have already produced at least 6 runs in every game they faced. Jose. Rookie sensation Julio Rodriguez has taken the league by storm recently, as Seattle's lineup just firing on all cylinders. They should continue that against the starter they are very familiar with. As an Astros bullpen, that just pitched doubleheader against an incredible Yankees lineup. 6 of Jose's last 8 starts have finished with at least 9 runs. We're going over, dude.
Oh, yeah.
We got to go over, guys. Seattle's going to put some runs in on this guy. This guy, like they said, he's their kryptonite. This is a no-brainer. This could be a nice same game parlay. You're getting plus money, which is just, I don't know what I'm missing here. Mariners are hot. Houston's not. Mariners are at home. Plus money. So double up. We're going to tell you to double up over 8.5. Shop it around. You might even find 8. Take Seattle plus money over 8.5. Winner. Chicken dinner. I'm liking it. The other games we have are mostly best bets. You'll find them on our website, www.bleacherbumsports.com. But I got one more freebie for yas. We're going to head out to L.A. We got the Giants in L.A. You will find this also on our Facebook page. This game we had as a freebie, and it's not what you're thinking either. Right off the bat, after falling behind 5-0 in last night's game due to a surprisingly poor start from Carlos Rodon, the Giants fought back to a 6-5 lead before ultimately losing 9-6. That would have just made our best bets that much better. I could not believe how that game turned out. He had a tough outing against the dangerous Dodgers lineup, but the good news for the Giants is that they turn to another reliable starter in Logan Webb. We've done many player props on Webb. He's got a great 9-3 record, 2.83 ERA, really good. Thrives on generating weak contact from opposing lineups. He'll have his hands full trying to slow down the Dodgers, but the possible loss of Justin Turner last night might be one less weapon that Webb will have to worry about. On the other side, you got Tyler Anderson. He will get the start for the Dodgers, and he's had a fantastic season up to this point. I mean, 10-1 for real. 2.96 ERA, ranks top 10% of the pitchers in average exit velocity and hard hit percentage. So he also thrives at creating weak contact from hitters. Despite how solid Anderson has been this season, it's tough to see him sustaining this type of success, given his career of a 4.39 ERA, which is a better indication of his abilities. The Dodgers bullpen, particularly their middle relief, is also an issue, which revealed itself last night where they blew a 5-run freaking lead. With fairly even pitching matchup on the mound, it's hard not to like the Giants in the underdog spot. You got Webb going. Just got to take the Giants here. You're getting plus 120. You can't beat that. More plus money tonight, guys. But you got two of the best pitchers, which brings us to the only other game in the sevens. They're talking under 7.5 runs, over 7.5 runs. Which way do we want to go? You got two of the best pitchers out there. I'm going to go under 9.5. It won't see 8. Don't look for 8. If you can get 7.5, both teams got to somehow get 8 runs on the board. I don't see it. You got, Logan Webb at 9-3, Tyler Anderson at 10-1. Depending on how long they go, this is going to be a really low-scoring game. And guess what, guys? Take the no-run first inning. You wanted a nerfy tonight? There you go. Love that. I love that nerfy for tonight. So we're going to take the Giants winning under 7.5. No runs first inning. Lottie-dottie, we like to party.
Go Giants.
Go Giants. That put us right on the mark, man. Despite some issues with the cameras and the mics, which we will get fixed, because we got some stuff that we are going to be doing with our streaming and our podcasting and all our fun things we're going to do. We're going to get this all set, get our things figured out.
Get this train rolling.
Get this train rolling. But we're glad to have Jason on board. I think he wants to be a bleacher bum.
I am a bum.
Yeah. We're all
underachieving since 1964.
Yeah.
And damn proud of it.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this hair too. I got to cut this hair off. So if anybody needs hair, let me know. I'm going to finally cut this
Locks
thing
of
off.
love, man.
Locks of love. Yeah, you know what?
It's a good
That's a great idea.
You know.
Yep. So we're gonna get Jason hooked up with camera, mic, deal. He's gonna have his own little thing going. We're gonna put together a fucking killer football show for you.
Oh yeah.
I'm super excited about it.
Love football.
And the great thing about football now is you don't have to worry about just picking your games on Saturday and Sunday. We got these oddball games all during the week. We dissect them all.
Yep.
I will be tearing them apart along with Jay, and we are going to make you guys some fun money this fall. This is our first season doing college football, the NFL, because we just got started a couple months ago. So we're really hoping to get the likes, get the subscriptions, check out our website. We got a lot of great stories there. We got all our free picks. We got our best bets there too. All our results are posted every day. So if you're thinking, oh, these guys probably lie about their wins and losses, well, we really don't. They're all there for you to see every single day. If we have a horrible day, you know about it. If we have a great day, you really know about it. So definitely check us out. We're going to come back, hit you hard. I would love to do this tomorrow and Sunday. Who knows? Maybe we'll throw in a flash football weekend some games that are coming up. I already looked at the schedule, and we got it's coming before we know it. You know?
I know. August to fly.
I know. So if not, we'll see you Monday, 4:30. And that's about it. Listen, have a great weekend.
Don't get caught.
Yeah, don't get
That's
caught.
my advice.
Yeah, don't get caught, man.
All right.
Whatever he's talking about, just don't get caught. Anyway, have a good night. Safe weekend. Peace out, guys.
Adios.